Hi there guys, my name is Vicky and welcome to Mood Fox. So this video is going to be like a let's talk video and also a Halloween video. So on Instagram I came across a makeup artist and I'm going to put her picture here, and I was always wondering where does she get those prosthetic that she just pops out and just puts them on and she's all ready to paint. I was asking a few times but never got the info, so I decided to go on Google, and one thing that I am really good at is to find things, and I did find this lady. Here she is, and she makes prosthetics like this. I have a few more, so we're going to have more videos, so stay tuned. So last year I did say that I'm really scared of using contact lenses, but this year I really wanted to try it, but yeah, financially it's not very good to just splurge on those types of things, because yeah, that's the thing that I wanted to talk about. I am unemployed. So the last time we have talked, I told you that I was on work inability, which basically means that you are at home and you're sick and the government and your employee pay you 50-50. They split. And after 3 months, because you only can be like 3 months on work inability, we met up with my boss and he basically gave me two opportunities. Either I get back, but as a firm that they were going to like order stuff from me, or I'm going to be unemployed. So that's why I said no. The biggest thing that disappointed me was when I discovered that my two colleagues, well, ex-colleagues, were back employed. They didn't take me as an employee, but they did take them. 7 years, guys, 7 years. So now I'm just going to apply these horns because I can talk for hours, but from what I was reading from instructions, it should be okay if I use Prozaid, which I had never used in my freaking life. Let's try this. I have a Q-tip, so maybe this will help to apply it. Okay, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I think I didn't stick those parts here. Oh, Jesus. This is not that easy as I thought. So now I'm going to use this Kryolan Remove and Thinner. It basically has like acetone in it, so it should like dissolve this. Again, using the different part of the Q-tip, not going to use the same one, don't worry. I want to create a chemical reaction. Oh, look at this, guys. That looks so cool. So I thought it would be worse, but this is for my first try ever, not that bad. So we came to the conclusion that I said no, and I just went on being unemployed. That kind of life sucks, but I thought that I have like a plan B, because I have met through my friend that is a photographer a guy that wanted to start his own clothing brand, which was always my dream to be a clothing designer, but I never got the chance. So I decided that maybe thanks through him I'm going to learn a lot of things, and I'm going to work somewhere where I love to be, and it's going to be inspiring for me, and it's also going to be creative, because those past 7 years weren't anything but creative. So I was happy to meet that guy. We talked a bit and he wanted to see some ideas from me, so I did some designs for him. He was very pleased with what he saw and decided to try it with me, basically, because I reminded him of Harlequin. and he told me that he would like to make a Harlequin collection. I was very, very pleased. We basically were working on it the whole summer, and I didn't got a penny for that. But we were starting, so I was like, okay. And the whole time this guy was telling me that I'm going to be like, not an employee, but I'm going to be something like his right hand. And I really hope that in time he would be like, because he had a working firm, but it was in something different. So he wanted to end that business that he had before and start that clothing business. I told him that he should be very careful because that working firm that it's still like making money, it's not really a good idea to close it off because that business can still push through this new clothing one. At start he did listen to me, but later on he really started to do like his own shtick. For example, I told him, be careful what pictures you put out. They need to be pro, they need to be nice. You can't just put up a random picture on your Instagram. But of course he didn't really listen to me, and a lot of times he put up pictures that were poorly lit, looked really ridiculous and unprofessional, and I was like, you don't listen to me. That he wanted to combine yellow colors with red colors, and I was like, we are not DHL. The most ridiculous color combination. By the way, I'm using snazaroo as the colors. So like I said, we were working together really nicely, buying fabrics, working with different agencies for the prints and etc. I made a lot of things for free, which usually you pay for them. That was really something that bothered me about him, because never once he said like, Vicky, this is the max that I can give you right now, but just so you will believe me that I do count on you and I do want to work with you, so at least here is something to help you out and also to see that I really do mean it. But nothing like that ever happened. And when the time came to shoot the pictures of the clothes, was really pushing the man stuff that had nothing to do with Harley collection. And the photo shoot was about Harley collection. The whole theme of the video and everything was themed that way. And he wanted to really badly push things that weren't even connected to it. So he didn't really understand that for this collection he only left the girl stuff. So that's why we couldn't combine guys stuff. We didn't even have a guy model. When we had the photo shoot, we basically called the photographer that connected us. A lot of times when we were chatting with that photographer, he was not really open to discussion. He just wanted to proceed his idea, and that's about it. So when we came to the place that we were shooting at, it was very, very windy, like crazy windy. We got really, really cold because we had like summer clothes and the weather was just terrible. And when we came there, we were like two models, me and my friend. We were modeling those items and I did the makeup, which is not a cheap thing, but I didn't get paid for that either. I also got my hair done, thanks to my friend. It wasn't really expensive, but it wasn't like paid by him, it was paid by me. Another red flag that I kind of like pushed aside, because we were like in an abandoned factory and we hid basically in one building that had broken windows, but so it was less windy but still windy. And he made my friend and the guy hold the lights, and it was always like they were always like falling if they didn't hold it, and we had to make like photos of me and my friend as well. And I found a place that we can go to, because this obviously didn't work, and he started to basically yell at me and get mad, the photographer, that he doesn't have time. You're not doing that for free, man. You're paying to do this, and you basically told us that you have your whole day free for us. So we got into an argument that he doesn't want to leave the place, but we are too cold to be at that place and model. And I know that there are worse condition models are in, but I'm not a model. Sorry, I need to speed things up a little bit, so I painted my whole face so we can move up to the next step, and I'm going to continue. So next what I want to do is take this Be Perfect Cosmetics palette, the Carnival palette, which is my favorite, and I'm just going to create something on my eye. I don't know what. I'm just winging this whole thing. Okay, let's try this. So me and the photographer got into an argument, and I wanted to switch up the location because I got into contact with a person that has like an arena that has laser tag, and they have everything in neon colors, so I thought it would be perfect. So we just need to get into our cars and drive 5 minutes there. But he was like, no, he doesn't want to change locations, and he was very stubborn about it. But it was cold. My friend was few days before that sick, so in the hospital. I didn't, not COVID, just a different kind of sickness, but I didn't want her to get sick again, so I was really pushing changing the location. Basically his problem was he didn't want to listen to me, because why am I ordering him around? So I called my friend that is a photographer as well, and he said yes, and he just needed time to pack up the bags. So the shooting went well, everything was great, we made some videos as well, it was perfect. So after the photo shoot, everything went fine. I took upon myself to create the promo photos and the promo videos. A few days after, we met up with our lawyer because me and my mom had some things that we needed to sort out. And he was just asking me casually, how is my working condition now? So I told him the truth, and he asked me, okay, what are the conditions? Did he pay you anything, and etc. So I did tell him that he was telling me that he wants to make me a partner. I don't know what it basically means, so I don't know the terms. And also he told me that I will get 50-50 from the sales, which at the beginning you can really seriously think you will get anything, because realistically the time until something sells can be various. So, and he told me ask him how does he want to apply into the firm. So I did, I asked him, and he told me that he's going to give me minimum wage and 50-50. That's when I got really pissed off. So next I'm going to make some cracks, red cracks on my face with this red snazaroo color. So I don't know if you can see that, but I kind of tried. But this red is not really popping up on this black color. So of course that I wanted to layer it with different other things. So let's get to it. So after the proposal that he gave me, I told him he can go sake, because I'm not going to work under these conditions. And okay, we met up and wanted to talk about it, but he brought to the meeting his young daughter. I think she is 3 or 4, and she was very hyperactive. We did talk a few things through, but I didn't manage to talk about the money thing. So that was a little bit issue, because she was literally jumping all over me. So now we're going to test this Revolution glitter thing. So after that I did do the videos and the photos, but I told him that I want to be paid for this, which he said okay to. So let's say I told him that I want 150 for this. And first off, he said yes. And later on, he would text me and say, can we do 100? And you should see me. I got so angry and I told him, listen up, pal. I work for you 3 months for free, did the whole photo shoot for free, did the makeup and other shit for free. And now when I finally want to be paid for my things, for my job, you start to negotiate with me? Seriously? And he was like, oh, sorry, ignore that. No, I'm not going to ignore that. I'm not going to ignore what you just said to me. Like, in a way, this is a typical stupid Slovak business thinking that I don't really understand. A lot of people do this and it's just sickening. Because people are working really hard here and you will still find people that just abuse it. And I hate that. So I was really upset and I told him that we won't work together under this condition. If you're going to fuck me over like this every single time, I don't believe you. And you were the person that was always telling me how people were fucking you over. He's not going to go anywhere with this behavior. And he did pay me for that. I'm not saying he didn't, but the commotion around it, it was just like, why? So he told me, okay, prepare the papers, the conditions that you want to work with me. So I did, and later on, as you probably may notice, I created a jacket that was painted, and it was basically for this firm. I texted him that the jacket is finished, which he said okay. So I told him, you can pay me for it and you can come and pick it up, which he said okay to, and started to tell me about some dudes that wanted to screw him over again with Europhones, which, why the hell should I care? He started to tell me that he no longer has his other business, he only has this brand, clothing brand. And I was like, what are you talking about? So literally this dude just sold his fully working firm that he could literally just put me there as an employee until this brand kicks off, and he rather just throws it all away recklessly. So I was like, okay, but how do you want to pay for everything? For the seamstress, for the marketing stuff, for the printing stuff? How? You don't have your earnings from anything else because the brand is not selling yet. And explain this to me. How on earth there is a person that has a fully working firm, has 2 flats that he rents and 1 house, and he changes up his car, I don't know, once a year, and he does things like this? Like, I don't understand. How come I can't literally start a business and this dude did? How? I don't know, I was like really upset and I did tell him off, and he was like, we'll meet up Friday, which was yesterday, and we will talk about it and we will see. And he didn't call me. So these past few days I have spent literally crying my eyes out because I am so disappointed that I was so stupid. This period of time is complicated for a lot of people. I'm in no way saying that I have the worst problems. I'm just here to talk about it, and feel free to tell me yours in the comments down below, because I also want you to share your struggles with me. That's why we are here. That's why we are here to talk amongst each other and just try to get through this, and literally the only thing that helps me is to talk about it, using this process as a therapy for me to get kind of over this issue. That's why I like to talk about it, so I hope nobody is going to take this the wrong way. So now it's basically when you're unemployed, you can get a percentage of your 2 years working pay. It's not much, but it's at least something. And now I just have like 2 months just to live out of this, and after that I won't get anything. So I'm really scared and stressed, and basically he was one of the reasons why I had the balls to leave my past job. So now I am a little bit like sad and broken, because that was my dream job, and you don't get opportunities like this, because I want to start my own clothing brand. So now I don't really care where I'm going to be employed. I just want a job, and not a lot of firms are very keen on home offices. A lot of people just want to have you under control, and it's just like here in my country is just 100 years behind every country, I would say. And right now that I'm talking to you guys, as the second lockdown started in our country, in Slovakia. So a lot of people are not at work. Maybe a lot of people lost their jobs. This is something that really scares me in my life, because we were in debt for a really, really long time, and we still have some issues that are popping up later on, and it's a very, very scary thing. And thanks to my fucked up father, we had so many issues and money issues. We lost our house and everything. This is something that I don't want to go through again. So I'm sorry we had to move to my phone camera, because this camera died. I'm just going to finish this up so I can go back to that camera. It's going to charge until I finish. So I had 2 guys contacting me back. First guy had a company that I didn't notice was a gambling company, and he needed a graphic designer. I don't know if for games or what, but I'm really, really against gambling, and it's really bad in our country. It's like everywhere. So that one was a big no for me. Then I was contacted by another guy. My friend recommended me to him, and when he saw my portfolio, he was like, "You're more into art than into graphics." And I was like, well, yeah, but it was more so of the opportunities that I got in my life, because I didn't really have an opportunity to work fully as a 2D graphic designer. Then I found out that my friend knows this guy, and he basically doesn't even is looking for an employee. He just wants like a freelancer. But he didn't tell me that, and he just straight up gave me a task to do, and I would spend hours doing that task, and basically he won't even employ me, he would just freelance me. So far, no luck, but I'm trying to be hopeful. I did a video, I'm making another one right now, so I'm trying to be productive, because that's something that really helps me to get my mind out of the issues of life. So I think we are finished. Now I'm just going to hide my Goldilocks and put a wig on. So thank you as always guys for watching this video. I smoke too much. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you like this video because I really do love how it turned out. And if you like these types of videos, leave a like or a comment so I know. If you want, you can subscribe and you can check out my other social medias because I'm very often on my Instagram. And I wish you a happy Halloween and we see each other in the next video. Bye. This is going to be painful. Ow. Oh. Baby wipes as always. This is going to be a pain in the ass to get it off. Wish me luck.